Okay, we're back. I'm just going through all of my decks, right? Just to get like a sense of the weekly energies. Okay. Let me go ahead and just shuffle. Let's see. What do we want? Yeah. Okay. Just to see what the weekly energies are, because it seems like even with the monthly read, this seems to be an intense month. Bottom of the deck. 6 of swords. I'm sorry, 6 of clubs. The staves. Okay. I put at the bottom because I like this a lot, this particular card. Freedom to walk in the light. Okay. Notice the purple. There's lots of blue. Okay. Blue is often expression. Okay. And then purple is often your state of being, your state of mind. And she's headed toward the light. She's using a stick. She's in wood as well. She may be dealing with the earth sign. You may be dealing with the earth sign. Okay. That you may need to get away from. That you see how she's in purple, and then the sky that she's heading towards is the same color. Purple is a sense of peace and calm. That's what you're heading towards, and it says it's like that in the picture because this water is turbulent. It's a lot of expression, a lot of emotion, but there's no calm. Calm actually comes from knowing the will of God for yourself and acting that will out, knowing the divine and with yourself. Okay. Oops, sorry. So bottom of the deck, walking in the light. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have 8. And oh, I'm sorry. This is actually 8 of swords. So I apologize. 8 of swords. But she's using a stick. There's no swords in here. She's using a stick. So I equate that with either fire sign or earth sign, since trees, they grow in the earth, and then, fire is lit by wood, right? Okay. So this is what we're showing here at 8. Okay. And so with the 8 here, which is a double of 4, so almost like double doors. And, she's preparing. She's preparing very tediously, right? So you might be dealing with a fire sign or something, or maybe this is the dimension you're trying to get to with your finances and your spirituality. Okay? She's getting prepared, to receive her blessing. This bird here, this mother bird. So maybe this was your mother, or maybe you're about to become a mother soon. Okay? Blue represents expression. So the orange will represent controlling your destiny. And by preparing, you do control your destiny. It's lack of preparation that doesn't do that. And maybe you're talking, being that this blue is expression, you might be talking out your plan, okay? Formulating your plan, brainstorming ideas. Or maybe that's something that you're trying to pray about being more like. If you're not like that, you might be praying about that, seeking God to become more like this. Okay. how you feel about that. It looks like you're double-minded. Okay? You have, let's see, what do we have? We have the page. We have the page of coins. Okay? So let's see, what's in the middle? What does he have? Okay? So you're writing stuff down. This is a character who's writing stuff down. Maybe, that may be part of the plan. Okay? And so this is what you're working with, and you've got all your focus kind of on that. It might be also good to like look and take care with this, because either you're this way or you're disorganized. You're not doing it. But to take care with this, because in the previous, I think, what is it, the archetype, there was a sense of miserly. Okay. There was a Midas miser card that came up. So that deals with hoarding, like, well, the shadow side. It deals with hoarding or holding back, and that could be happening. Okay. Or it says with the Midas card, also everything you touch, it turns to gold. Everything you touch, it turns to gold. So since you might have that ability, or someone around you have that ability, and they're very calm. They're calm by their finances. They're calm by preparation. Okay, so that may be happening for you. Congratulations. Okay. What's the adversity? The Three of Swords. Okay, the Three of Swords. I put at the bottom of here the Three Musketeers. Because, in like the movie Man in the Iron Mask, well, there's four, but then they later on become three. So maybe getting to this sense of preparation, the challenge is that you got to let something go. You got to let something be cut. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I had got sick shortly after I did all my cancer readings, so my voice is just coming back. But maybe there's something that, okay, it looks like it's a lot of expression. Okay, so cutting down the chatter. The pieces on either side. The pieces on this sword, the pieces on this sword, but this sword represents the middle, which is like all talk. Maybe you're dealing with someone that's like this. Or what the problem is that we're talking about the plan, but there's no peace about the plan because we're not doing it. Okay? Two of Swords represents like a relationship. The two. Okay? Oh, well, that's cool. Another two. The angel reading for the week. I think I pulled 2 twos there too. So you have another 2, which is temperance. And temperance is, what is she dealing with? Her heart. Green is for the heart chakra. She's dealing with her heart. Then the rest of it's in pink, which deals with Shamael, which he's the realm of Gebura, strength, sometimes severity. Okay? So that in order to prepare the way you need to, you have to write things down, not be emotional about them, not hoard them, not have a exaggerated sense of what you need to do. Okay? And also not maybe be so just peaceful and single track minded, putting all your eggs in one basket. Okay? And that while you're doing that, let's talk. Notice it's the sword that's down. Let's talk. Cut the talking out. And bring in what makes for peace instead of it being lateral and on the side. kind of weird. They're facing up. So horizontally, like it's raising, like symbolizes to me like raising your vibration, coming up higher, maturing, but however, these are like side issues. It's like a back burner to the side. That's the challenge. Do not make it to the side. If it's pointing upwards, then you need to get rid of this, which is downward. And then your temperance there. Okay, so that's your tool. Balance. The 2, the 3 becomes a 2. Okay. Ooh, another 8. 8 and 8 equal what? 16. 1 and 6 equals 7. The Saphiric realm of 7 is Nesak, which is victory. Haniyam. Okay. These 2 8s. Okay. So this here is the moon. That your preparation, she's a mother. The moon often deals with the mother. It may deal with your mother. Okay. It may deal with your mother's love may be affecting this, or motherly support, or I know also in the wealth one, the nurturer came up, the great nurturer. So maybe a sense of nurturing that you're not receiving, but you want to receive, or that you need to receive to get you to this. The 8 of Cups. And that's the moon. And the moon brings out a lot of things. In the 8 of Cups, he ends up walking away because of what comes to the surface. That's his revelation. Kind of like this, confirming something has to be cut away. And look at it, it's blue like water. Maybe it's emotion. Maybe the expression's coming from emotion. The moon's bringing up the emotion. And the challenge is cutting that out. So your homework is like letting maybe everything come to the surface so you can cut it, deal with it. This is the moon, but it's circular, so it also means time. Your homework may be to be reconsidering your time, how you're spending it. If you're, disorganized and you can't gather your thoughts, you can't write things down, or you have to always write things down, or you're single track minded, it might be for you to reconsider and let those, why am I just one track minded? Why am I just banking on one particular thing? Why do I struggle with cutting this away? As the number 8, 8 is correspond to hold, which is splendor or glory. Getting the glory, which is a spiritual thing. Letting God get the glory out of your life. Okay? Getting the glory. If you remember the archetype story of Noah's Ark, they also had to separate, cut some things away. Okay? There were 8 people who survived. Okay? There were 8 people that survived. They took animals and whatnot with them to start over. Maybe that's what this 2 is about, because there were 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Okay? That there would be 2 of everything, that you would build your ark. Maybe this is financial planning, that you would build your ark. And that in this ark you are knowing that maybe something, it can't go. Okay? That it just can't go. That in order for you to be saved, in order for you to save yourself, okay, and everything that you have that holds promise, when a couple are together, they hold promise of a future. or creating a future because of their fertility, then ultimately whatever's in your heart, this is what you carry with you. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 is another 8. 8 people. They survived in the ark. Okay? Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives. 8 people. And maybe this is 8 people. Maybe this is 8 months. Maybe this is 8 years that you've been dealing with this, and it's time to cut it loose because maybe the moon's coming to the surface, so other things are coming to light. Time has run out. It did the same thing at the time of the ark. The time ran out. Yeah. So if you do this, if you let everything come to the surface, that's maybe not focused or hinged on time. It's just emotions that's there, but you're not dealing with it. Maybe something that you're not dealing with. Yeah. Oh, 5. This person's playing their cards close to their chest. This person, they're putting the cards on the table. So that when everything starts to surface and come out, this is where you end up spiritually. That this is where I am, this is what I'm doing, this is what I need from you. Are you going to give me this or not? These are my cards, what's yours? 5s always represent, to me, not just severity and strength, but I'm thinking about the 5 of hearts, or no, the 5 of coins. I call him that guy. But all 5s deal with being stubborn, and so you have to have a way provided for you that gives you a new dimension. It's like being forced to see a different way, a different perspective, because in the 4s, when you have that door open, you don't take it. So when you have that door of communication, that door of finances, that door, whatever it represents, you're not, you don't take it. You don't focus on it, you don't take it. And so what ends up happening is 5 is pushing you, because with him going like this, here's my cards. Well, now she has to go ahead. She has to, and whoever this person may be, male or female, who knows, that they have to go ahead and, okay, now I have to tell the truth, because this person's putting their cards on the table in such a way that I have to come forward with my own plots, my own plans, okay? All right. So that's a 5. Okay. And with 5, let's see. That's going to be Kamael or Shamuel. Sometimes his name is said. So maybe focusing on him. Okay. Also with 8, Raphael. That's the healer. 3, the sphere of Bina, which is understanding. So maybe this is about understanding. Lack thereof. The person's a communicator, but the piece is on the table, not on her. The piece is on the table, on an object that neither of them can take with them. You can't carry the table away. You might not even want to carry the cards away. It's ultimately this calm, peace, resolution. That, I guess maybe to get to that, we got to put our cards on the table. We got to tell the truth. All right? So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. time. I hope this was helpful. God bless you.